In response to the floods of Mozambique in the year 2000, the German Ministry of Cooperation contracted the German Technical Corporation, referred to as GTZ, to implement a rehabilitation program. In 2001, this program was extended by the disaster mitigation component. PRODER, the GTZ program for rural development, introduced a pilot program to reduce the risk of disaster in affected villages along the Buzi River basin. A total of 8 flood-prone villages and 1 cyclone-prone village in the Buzi River basin that were affected by the floods of 2000 were identified. A detailed disaster risk analysis was undertaken with the participation of the local population. Primary data was gathered through a participatory approach, applying techniques of semi-structured interviews, transect walks, agricultural cycle and community mapping. Disaster preparedness is a part of risk management. In response to the floods of 2000, support was provided to the Red Cross of Mozambique. Activities included exercises in boat rescue in flood-related disasters. This type of training helps the volunteers to be better prepared and able to respond to the needs of their communities in the case of a flood. Before this training, none of our volunteers knew how to swim. Now they have all learnt to swim and they have learnt how to carry out rescue operations. Now our volunteers know how to navigate the boats and now can save people's lives. It is key to the implementation of the risk disaster management strategy that local government plays a leading role. Since last year, we have been working in collaboration with the German Technical Corporation, implementing a risk management program in the Buzi River basin. In this program, we are introducing mechanisms to control the water flow in times of flooding. We have installed water markers that allow the communities to monitor the water levels. We are also able to use our local radio station, Radio Comunitaria de Buzi, to disseminate information to the population via the volunteers and community leaders. As a result of the experience we gained from the floods of 2000, in 2001 we used the incoming information to help the population know where to go and what to do. Also, as part of the program, we are helping to form local committees in the communities. Their formation is an integral part of the GTZ approach to risk disaster management. Local committees were formed in 9 different communities in the Buzi district, selected in agreement with the traditional authorities representing the rural population. Each member of the local committee receives a credential signed by the provincial delegate of the National Institute of Disaster Management, recognising their role in the community in the work of risk management. They have been trained in activities including the identification of secure areas, evacuation of the vulnerable community members, and dealing with the early warning messages transmitted by the local radio station. The district of Buzi has its own local radio station. This station is used for the transmission of early warning messages, which is a vital component of risk disaster management. It also runs an educational program to inform the population of the dangers associated with disasters and what action they can take both in prevention and preparedness. All transmissions are both in Portuguese and the local language. As part of risk management, the project supports the introduction of a local early warning system for cyclones with a simplified action scheme. This includes the use of coloured banners to identify the 3 levels of warning, providing information on the proximity of the cyclone. Depending on the colour of the banner, specific actions are recommended. There is also a numeric system identifying the intensity of the cyclone. In addition to this, to facilitate the activities of the local committee members, a kit has been distributed to all 9 communities. Each kit includes items such as a megaphone, torches, life jackets, stretcher, radio, lanterns, shovels and a first aid kit. The kit also includes the coloured banners to be used for the early warning system. The local committees have received training in the use of the various pieces of equipment in these kits. One of the main partners in this program is the Mozambican National Institute of Meteorology. As part of the risk reduction strategy, a manual was elaborated by the Institute to provide information on the interpretation of weather forecast messages and the early warning system. A seminar was organised to facilitate the dissemination of the material contained in the manual. The objective of this seminar is to reduce the vulnerability of the people due to extreme atmospheric phenomena such as floods, droughts and cyclones. As you know, in other countries, scientists produce seasonal forecasts and predict expected rainfall for the next 6 months. This information can be very important in the planning of various activities: agriculture, health, transport and communications, and other areas. Other activities in collaboration with the Institute of Meteorology have been the rehabilitation of 4 existing weather stations in the Buzi River Basin to support the early warning system and gather relevant climatic data. The rehabilitation of these specific stations is key to re-establishing the continuation of the historic data collection, which together with current data can be used for better climatic forecast.
Alô? Sim. Bom, eu vou entrar em contato com a rádio comunitária.
The simulation is important as it incorporates the new elements being introduced and provides a way to look at the possibilities of what can happen and how the community can respond in a real-life situation. It provides the opportunity to present a possible scenario and look at the operations required. As we have seen in Bagaja, this can contribute to the national policy by providing a concrete example of a realistic situation which can be used as a reference for policy design. We are here to share the experiences of Central America in regarding the risks of disaster. We have been working 3 or 4 years implementing projects in risk management in various municipalities, and we want to share these experiences with the people of Buzi so that they will get the capacity to implement local risk projects. It was also important for the people from Salvador in Carasuza to meet with the delegation from Mozambique, where they had the opportunity to share their experiences in emergencies and other problems. For the prevention of cyclone damage to building construction, the German Technical Corporation have promoted the adoption of simple techniques that can improve the resistance to cyclones and the relevant damage. These techniques include the anchoring of the roof structure to the base and the reinforcing of joints using local materials such as rope or wire. These construction techniques have been adopted by the Provincial Education Department, and these principles were tested successfully by heavy winds experienced in 2002. This is a good example where reconstruction includes prevention measures and not only the rebuilding of social infrastructure in the same high-risk conditions.
The experience of the disaster risk management project in the Buzi River region over the last 2 years has clearly shown that it's essential to make the disaster risk management approach an integrated part of large-scale rural development. Challenge is how to assist the district to incorporate preventive thinking, disaster risk management concept into the district planning.
E tendo em conta o processo de descentralização em vias de implementação no país e a nova abordagem sobre o tema gestão de risco de calamidades e a sua necessidade de inserir ações ligadas a este tema nos planos de desenvolvimento distrital, nós no Buzi já tomamos alguma iniciativa e que pensamos que vamos alcançar os objetivos. Estamos a elaborar o plano de desenvolvimento distrital e a componente de gestão de risco de calamidades está sendo tomada em consideração. A iniciativa que nós tomamos de incluir e incorporar a componente gestão de risco de calamidades dentro do Plano de Desenvolvimento Distrital é consequência de lições aprendidas do projeto que decorreu no distrito no ano 2002 a 2003, financiado pela GTZ PRODER.